Hey everybody, it's Reg at Asylum Hot Rods, and we're live at 5. Well, 5:29, but we're live anyway. Sorry about that. It took a little while to get online, get things going for the first time, but here we are. So who am I? Again, my name is Reg. I build hot rods for a living. So I just got home late from work, which is why I'm running a little late. I'm at my home shop. This is where we are today, and this is where we're going to build this 36 Buick. For those of you who didn't check out the announcement, maybe check that out to give you an idea of what we are doing and why. Quick overview, we're building a car. We're gonna do it online. You guys are gonna watch, and hopefully we get it done. So let's hope we don't run late again. We gotta get this done. Anyway, so yeah, so here we are working from home. What you're gonna see me build is a rat rod. It's obviously home built, as I said. What I do is how I do it. Other guys are gonna do different ways. That's cool. It's what I do that works for me. If you want to do what I do, cool. If you do it your way, that's awesome. Just make sure that it's safe, and let's make sure everybody out there gets home after a ride and a good cruise, okay? Because that's what it's all about. Lots of ways to do things. If you want to ask me some questions, by all means, subscribe. Ask me some questions here or over on Facebook or PM me. I don't pretend to have all the answers, and I don't think anybody does, but we're all learning this together. I am a licensed certified technician, so take that for what it's worth. I've been in the trade for a long time. I grew up around it, as many guys have. Let's just have some fun with this stuff. Saying that, make sure it's safe. I didn't tell you how to do it. All right. Anyone that wants to watch along, that's great. I appreciate it. We're going to edit this down later on and take out a lot of the boring stuff, because there's probably going to be some dead time, because again, we're doing this live. We're going to let it roll. We're going to save it here so you can recap it. You can skip ahead of all this boring stuff when you're looking at ugly old me. This isn't TV, so this is going to be how it goes. Away we go. Anyone that wants to troll, knock yourself out, have fun. I'm just going to treat you like your mom and your ex-girlfriend. I'm going to block you, ignore you, and forget all about you. Okay? So good luck with that. A couple other things I want to touch base on before we get rolling. As you can see, the shop is empty. Right behind that door is the car that you saw in the announcement sitting in the trailer. I got to take the straps off. It's still in there, just waiting to come in. So there's been no cheating. Have I chased some parts down for the last couple of months? Yep. I've got some stuff that I keep in stock off of old projects, leftovers, a lot of things like that. I'm going to be drawing from that. I'm going to be pulling from that. That's about the only things that have happened outside of what you're going to see here. So any more stuff that we've got to chase down, we're going to mention it as we go along, and we'll see how it goes. Obviously, I think we're going to be able to do it, but stuff happens. This is real life. You'll probably see friends show up. Part of my Scroungers Car Club guys are going to come in and help me out as I need to. These things don't get built alone by yourself. As that, we're supposed to have 2 builders here today. Life happens. I'm by myself today. But again, you're going to see some of the guys show up either later on or over the next few days and a couple of weeks, and we're going to get it done. Let's have some fun. Let's do that. Anything that you see me using is stuff that I've purchased out of my own pocket. There's there's stuff that's going to happen that we're going to bring in. Probably going to have my Anzoil buddy Butch come in and bring in stuff from him. There's nothing free. It's all coming out of my pocket. So I'm building it as every home builder would, and everybody out there that wants to build a car has got to get it done. There's no cheats. There's no freebies. Do I get some discounts? Yeah, some guys give me some discounts because it's what I do. And if you ask for some stuff, they'll help you out. But you're not getting anything for free. Certainly I'm not, because there's no TV crew. There's nobody here helping me out other than some buddies in the industry. Basically, we get some trade pricing, but that's it. Other than that, what you see is coming out of my pocket. I've got I've got kids to feed and mortgages to make, just like everybody else. So hopefully we're gonna get this done. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Nobody wants to listen to me talk anymore. Let's get this door open, and we're gonna bring this thing in. All right, watch along. Thanks for coming. There she is. All right. We got some bits and pieces that we had in there out of the rain. We've got lots of rain today, so I got this car from a good buddy of mine, Larry, who runs a car club out in the Minden area. Hey Larry, hope you're watching. He's collecting some parts on this for quite a long time, and he was nice enough to let me take it over. So Larry did a lot of the hard work, which is chasing down a lot of these rare parts on this 36 Buick Century. More stuff here. Doors are there. This is one of my favorite pieces. Check out this beauty. Hey, we'll talk about no patina. Check that out. Sweet, right? Yeah. Coming to the High Plains Riot Boys. Original patina rat rod build off. There's your plug. Yeah. So as I said, I did a little bit of part chasing before we got here, but no cheating on the build as much as I wanted to. This is what I'm talking about. Some steel, 1x1, 1/8" tube. That's for doing all the interior structure that we have to do because there's no wood left in that car. So pardon me while I unload this. More sticks of this stuff. And some 1x2. 1x2 by 1/8". So this, although we use the 1x1 for a lot of the structure, that stuff there, whoa, 3D effect, eh? Cool. I like using that for basically what we would call the sub-rail floor. Runs along frame. We build our floor off of that. I like the 1x2, a little bit wider. Gives a little bit more area to bolt through. We'll plate that, we'll do some stuff next episode. Last piece. I'm sure this will not be the last load of steel that comes in here. All right, that stuff. So before I unload the car, because I've got to undo the straps, talk about not cheating as much as I wanted to. Here's our door. Hey, so this is what I'm dealing with. No inner structure. Basically, door frame, not a lot of frame to it. More door, less frame. So the other one's a little bit better. It's got the window supports in there, lock supports, but still no door frame itself. So I really want to cheat and get a head start on those for the last week, but trying to keep it real. So very dirty. All right, I can disappear in the dark trailer for a second and bring her in. Almost there. Oh, actually over this. They're good. Alright, that was a little anticlimactic. Had the trunk lid at the back too. The trunk lid. Not bad. Oh. Original patina. Don't fall. All right. Here comes the big piece. Dolly guard's got a bit of an alignment problem, but hopefully she's off the dolly soon enough. Here she comes. Alright. So, although it looks really good that low, it's not going to work. So. Last one. Here we go. Oh, that feels good. Alright. Alignment's good. Kirk's got a bit of alignment. There you go. You guys check that out. Alright, so normally I'm going to want to build them with the nose facing out. It's like a good luck charm, so it means you can drive out. But I might turn this one around just so it'll be easier for where the camera is today, just to see what's going on. We're going to basically get the frame underneath of it today, put the body up on the lift, and lift it up and see if we can get the frame that I have saved for it. I got a 47 Ford frame that we're going to try and see how they look in a preliminary fitment. Tape measure looked like it was good, but you never know until you put them together. Sometimes that 1/16 of an inch is a big difference. So hopefully we don't have to tweak too much on it. We're going to run this one as what I would call a high boy style. So it's going to sit on top of the frame. The fenders have a really nice deep low overhang, so it's going to make it look low, but give us lots of extra room in the passenger compartment and trunk area. So I'm going to spin this thing around and get a closer look. Video's moving forward. We'll get a couple more cameras going as we get a little better with the technology. First run, so work with us. Thanks. So Larry built this cart for us. Well, he did it for himself years ago to keep this baby nice and square. He did a great job of preserving this. I'll show you when we get up ahead a little bit. He's able to put some support rods across the door frames, and side to side with some lumber to keep everything square. And that was excellent. Excellent job, Larry. Hopefully we're going to reap the benefits of your foresight and hard work for not only doing that, but for saving this baby. As I'm briefing this around and looking at my shoes that are just runners, don't ask me about safety stuff. Sometimes I'm a little lax, and I've got the scars to prove it. Read your safety manual, follow them. Don't be dumb like me. Alright, here we go. Roll that ahead a little bit so you can get an idea. Yeah, there we go. It's a good job for you guys. So that's what we have. That's our project. Ah, great. It's gonna be sweet. Can't wait. All right. Let's see what we got to do. So we're gonna lift it up, hopefully with the car lift here. Done it before I had the lift, and used either one or sometimes two engine hoists. That was okay. It's definitely nice to have a couple or three or four sets of hands and doing. First time this car has been even this far into the shop, so I don't even know how we're going to lift it up yet without having it fold in half. So I'm going to do a little. We might lift it with strap from the bottom. Probably not on this one because there's not a lot of structure there, and we don't want to compromise it anymore because we're obviously going to take off the wheelie cart that it's on and then move from there. So I'm going to have a look at it and see if we got an idea. So the nice thing about going live here, right? Funny story. A few years ago, I was working out in the shop here on a car that I was about to do a chop on. I was just kind of here, having a look at it. Basically, I visualize these things in my mind. I'm lucky that I can sort of, well, I say lucky, but maybe it's a curse too. I don't usually see what's there. I see in my mind's eye what's going to be there or could be there. So anyway, so I was out here probably about 11 o'clock at night. And my wife Deb comes out to say goodnight and come to bed sometime, honey, which is common around here. And she said to me, "What you doing?" I said, "Just waiting." "Waiting for what?" she says. "I'm just waiting for the car to tell me what it wants me to do to it." She suggested that maybe I should come to bed. But it's not far off kind of how I look at it. Each vehicle, as it gets customized, can easily be over chopped. Can be over customized and messed up. I think it's our job as builders to make these things look better than they were when they came from the factory. Not worse. I don't mind some of the cartoony stuff once in a while, it's fun, but I kind of hope that when I build a car, it's got the potential to become timeless. So, be a good time of the day for you to call me, Larry, and tell me what you did in here. What's holding what. That'd be helpful, but I think we can probably figure it out. Nebraska, eh? Well, I think maybe now that I'm thinking about something, sorry guys, getting a little worked up here. It's a little humid up here in Canada today, surprisingly. It's not all cold igloos all the time. So we were originally going to build a Model T coupe for this build. I had a nice one, beautiful patina. I've done a few Model Ts before, so although I really liked it, it's a beautiful car. Just wasn't lighting my fire for anything. So when we came up with this one, we let the Model T go, help fund this project a little bit, just a little bit. Anyways, my buddy Paul Scrounger should be here sometime soon, hopefully to help me carry the frame that's sitting out there. Paul, come on, buddy, get over here. Paul came with the idea we're just going to call the Model T Nebraska. That's what he's going to call it, because that's the idea of this build off at the High Plains ride that we're going to. So anyways, long story short, he called it Nebraska. Paul wants to call this one Nebraska. It doesn't feel right. It's like christening a ship. So I think maybe what we're going to do, maybe starting tomorrow, we'll start doing a poll on what to name this car. We've done a few cars. We got Mary Jane, we got the Green Bastard, we got the Pistol Bee. Shout out to Marty and June. Hey guys. Got Dirty Girl, of course. That's my 35 Plymouth. So we need a cool name for this one. I think everybody's check out the first announcement. It gives you an idea of what we're doing with it. And maybe we'll do a poll in the contest or something. I don't know. Anyways, head over to the Facebook page. Sign up for that too. Make sure you subscribe here. Am I supposed to do all this social media marketing crap here? Anyways, there it is. So let's do that. We'll start getting your ideas going for what you want to do for a name, because she needs one. Nebraska. Love Nebraska. Gonna see you soon. We need a better name than Nebraska though. As much as we love the state, I think she needs something a little snazzier than that. All right. So all right, I'm gonna grab some tools here. See if I get some tools going and see what we got to do to get this thing off its rolly cart. So if you see me disappear that way, 9 times out of 10 I'm grabbing tools. Want some keys? Hey, there's one of those kids I was talking about that's going to show up. Yeah. Okay. They're a little camera shy. It's okay. All right. So the idea is to get it off the wheelie cart while maintaining as much of the structural integrity as I can. Very temporary structure. So we threw the back fenders on just to keep them safe, and I also wanted to see kind of how it looked like, and we were checking wheelbase at the time. And we definitely don't want to compromise anything here. I may have to even add a couple before we get that far ahead. Larry did such a good job keeping this thing straight. I don't want to screw it up at the time when we're finally getting to move ahead. So there's one that's spinning. So that's not going to work. So. Just thought of something that might make some noise for you guys is our air compressor. All right, so our air compressor's got some juice in it, which is good because that'd be kind of deafening for everybody. Yeah, we have to run a couple of tack welds on some of this support here. Might just do, just to save everybody's time and energy, I'm gonna just grab some self-tappers and lock that baby up there a little bit. So basically what's going on here is we've got a couple of nice 4x4s running across the bottom, as you can see right in here, that was tying it together. This steel support rod here, Larry had going through, which was great, tied into that, but I'm trying to pull this wood off so when we lift it up, we can actually rest it on the other frame and then start building a structure around that. So I just grabbed a couple of quick self-tappers. You can tack roll them if you want. I just don't feel like dragging the welder over right now, and this can happen just as easy. Oh, here comes the rain again. Hopefully don't lose power. So throw a couple self-tappers in here. Bigger ones. babies are going. The rain coming down and go up this. There we go. Keep some of the noise down. Get rid of the 8s and bump up to the heavy hitters here. Let's look at the 10s. So like I said before, some of the stuff's going to be kind of, we want to keep it real, and maybe later on we'll edit this stuff down to just the highlights, so this boring stuff will disappear, and through the power of editing, it'll be almost as fake as everything else out there. We don't want to do that, do we? No. Try the 10, see if that goes through this stuff a little better. Okay, so apparently the steel that my friend has used is better than the cheap, crappy self-tappers out there. So, all right, just gonna drag out the welder. So back to my endorsement disclaimer. You see me using a machine that is red or blue, I had to pay for that. Who'd have thought? When I'm looking at this machine, somebody forgot to fill up the gas before today while they were running around figuring out web cameras and stuff like that. So somebody forgot to fill up the gas. So I just threw in the flux core stuff. Gonna get the big debate, can't use flux core, can't use flux core. Ideally not. It's made for a certain type of welding, such as outside. Yes, you can use it. Yes, it works. It is dirty, it is smoky, and it is hot. It generally burns hotter. There's a whole pile of stuff on the web about what flux core is, when to use it, whatever else you can, and blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to bore you with that. You can go figure that out yourself. Suffice it to say, we're going to cheat tonight because it's all I got, and we're just tack welding some stuff up anyways. I've used flux core before. I've used it for sheet metal. I've used it for a bunch of stuff. It's a little more economical if you can't afford, you don't want to get into leasing of tanks and stuff. Gets the job done. Just use it where you're supposed to. I'm just tacking up some brackets here that we've got to deal with. So, anyways, zip this up. Take a guess on what we need. Just gonna tack this stuff up anyway. So. This has basically got a crappy primer coat on it, and again, this is just to hold it in place, so nothing to worry about what we're doing today. All right, that's gonna hold a little bit better. Do the same thing on the other side. Dirty weld. That's going to hold a little better than the wood screws were. It's certainly holding better than those self-tappers that are not very good at self-tapping. So, anyway, we'll leave that close by just in case. We're not done our little view here. So I got a message from my buddy Alex. Alex did some co-op with us earlier this year. He's a good little welder, good man. He was watching us live, and I just got a text from him when I was looking for our suppers that didn't work, and he said, "Maybe to come help you lift that frame, Reg." So he's on the way over. So hopefully Alex will be here in a couple minutes and make his appearance. He's got a nice strong back, so that's good to have. All right. Looks pretty strong there, so I'm feeling pretty comfortable. Basically, we've got a bar running from the bottom of the cowl on each side, which is keeping things square. I'm trusting what Larry did there, because I know him. He's built a lot of hot rods over the years, and got some nice stuff, so he knows what he's doing. So he squared it up this way for us. He squared it up this way to try to keep the drawer jams, at least not from doing this, because there's no rockers. He's got a piece of lumber running from one side to the other, just screwed through the side. That hurt a little bit, Larry, but I get what you did, man. And then everything else is on this frame here. So I think at this point we've got to square this way and that way. I'm going to leave that piece in there. There is one in the back that's holding the back ends from drooping. I'm going to have to pull that one off. Yeah, I'm going to pull that one off. I think we're going to be okay. And I'm going to square all that up anyways as we go along, but it's got to work. So I'm going to get this welding junk out of the way. So I don't know how long we're going to run for on this episode. Probably at least another hour anyway. We'll see how it goes. Originally we wanted to just live stream 24/7 because that's what my intention was. But me being a car guy, not a YouTuber by any means. I'm not really even that tech savvy of that stuff. But anyways, I was told that isn't going to work, because they won't see our videos after 4 hours or 8 hours or something, depending on whether we're scheduled or not scheduled and all that stuff. So we're just going to go live when we're in here building. We're not in here building, and I'm chasing parts. I'll either do a Facebook feed or an Instagram feed. And we'll either do a live feed there, live feed here doing that. This mobile gets a little expensive out here to do it that way. But at the very least, we'll snap some pictures, keep things going, and we want to document it all the way along so everybody knows that we're not cheating. I don't want to cheat. That's bottom line. We're either going to make it or we're not. Just like it is in the real world, right? So, all right, so we're going to keep things moving along. Gonna get here too. Got a little Elvis impersonation action going on. Hey, Paul. So loosey goosey at the front. I want to get in here and do the rears. Larry's got a pretty nice bracket on that side, which we have two. This one here is just this one here is obviously just something he had laying around. This is a shelving bracket. Hot rodders, first recyclers, right? I'm cutting that one off because it goes underneath the U-bolt that holds the wheel on. Clamp down there. A couple of bolts with nylons on it. So I might just grab my saw and I'll rip through that one quick, just get out of the way for now. Alright, so you can see that because I undid that, the back end drooped just a little bit. Wiggling it. Can't see the wiggle. Anyway, I think it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. We're certainly not gonna be lifting up the body by the back tail fin anymore. So we're gonna purpose for today. Having a little bit of dexterity helps. A lot more would be nice too. All right. So another non-product endorsement. Not endorsed. All right. So got a sawzall there. You got a cordless one over here though. Love the cordless sawzall. Not like how it eats batteries, like no tomorrow. So good in limited use, I guess. There's backup battery. Here's my corded one. All right. So again, I just got a shelving bracket that's been used to temporarily keep this baby together. I'm just gonna cut it off because we're not gonna reuse it. It's crushed underneath the clamp at the back. Get that baby out of our way. Oh, with this rain comes humidity. All right, here we go. Make some noise, boys and girls. That's it. Start working that. What do we do before sawzalls, eh? Makes me want to cut the roof off of this car, actually. There, he's getting mad again. Alright, so, now, should wheelie off the car just a little bit still. So what I'm thinking at this point is, I don't think at this point. So ideally, for height wise, it's nice when you do one of these. Because obviously as the lift goes to about there, and then the body will be up there and it'll be great. When I start lifting from here, we generally obviously don't get as much of a elevated experience is what we like to have. Saying that, when I've done that before, lifted the body up with the lift, if I'm rolling a rolling chassis underneath of it, it gets a little tight. Sometimes I had to let the air out of the tires, take the wheels off even and just put it on rims or slide it on jacks. Stuff like that's pretty tight. But all we're going to be putting underneath of this today is a perimeter frame because we haven't mocked it up for motor, rear end, any of that. I'm literally have a bare perimeter that looks like it's been stripped, taken it from underneath of a 47 Ford, and so it's stripped and bared. So that one there, we're going to be able to just hand bomb it in. I'm going to put it on some support stands, start dropping down the hoist, seeing how things line up and how they jiggy, and knowing and getting figured out what we got to change to got to get the fit. So fingers crossed, still that's going to be pretty good. So anyway, so I think I'm probably just going to lift it up from the back with a couple of straps, maybe to the corners of where the deck lid would go. It's pretty light, this body right now. I'd be surprised if it weighs, I don't know, probably 250, 300 pounds maybe, because there's no inner structure to it. If you had one that had the full floors and full structure and everything else like that, I wouldn't recommend lifting it up by that corner there. So sorry, just over my shoulder here. I see Alex showing up here, so I better get this thing lifted, and he'll probably be here to help me keep an eye on this as we start to lift it up. So basically, we're gonna pick up two in the front, probably around the A post, maybe down to the hinges, but I think one of the hinges is cut off with a couple of straps or lifting strap. Back, I'm just going to grab back corners and start lifting her up, get her up off of this rolly cart for the last time in its life, and then we'll get the truck and trailer out of the way and handballing that trailer in there. So anyway, just gonna see what straps I have here. May want to plan ahead a little better than that one. That'll bring us to the riding home pretty quick. This might be a mismatch. Actually, I don't know what it is. Don't even know what I'm thinking. They're all in the trailer. They just finished undoing it. All right, back at the range for a second. All my straps are in the trailer. Alex! Hello. Hey, buddy. You're lost. Say hi to everybody. All right, wait. Hello, guys. Good morning. I'm Alex. Anyway, stop here to start up. So, Alex, remember how we lifted the DeSoto off? Yes. We're gonna do the same thing. Right. So we're gonna lift the back corner up off right here. That's pretty strong, but we still got lots of heat around it, and it should stay put. Front, I'm undecided on yet. I'm thinking DeSoto was nice. Remember it had those hooks at the front. Through here, through here. I might just do one of those, right? Right on the fire, all nice and strong. I don't know if he's watching, but he was obviously very intelligent. All right, let's do that. Let's do it. Let's do it all right. Clear over there? Yep. All right, hi-ho. So she might do the shake when we get going, but
You want this all the way up?
yeah, as close as we can get it over top. It was lifting straight up versus away. It's probably going to shimmy a little bit when we start to take the weight off the frame and stuff. So kind of the closest to the lifting point as we can get it to be down. That is really close. Oh, you can front if you want, like,
Yeah.
eyeball this and what's the best way, safest way. Saying before, it's fun doing this YouTube thing because now when I'm talking to myself, nobody calls me crazy because I'm not really talking to myself, right?
You still won't get called crazy.
No, it's called the doctor. See, what do we got? Did I bring in 3 or did I bring in 4? How many we got?
I mean, there's just a strap if you want.
Got a really one here. We'll get mine on this match today. Goes there. This is the first time you got to see this body, isn't it, Alex?
Yeah, it is. Where was this one?
This one was tucked away in a barn in Minden. Technically a Quonset hut, but every story now is it was in a barn, right? So you gotta say a barn, even if it was in a Quonset hut or a garage or an underground parking, it's always in a barn. That's the story now.
Yep. Just happened to drive by, see something shining.
Actually, it was, met Larry through the power of the internet, and he runs a car club out that way. So, yeah, I actually bought that frame that we're gonna use today off of them initially. That was gonna be for the Model T, but it just so happens that it looks like it's gonna work for this one too, so.
Tell you his house, but that's not gonna look like.
Nope. He's got, basically when that starts to go up, that strap's just gonna go. Or lifting points back there.
Oh,
So,
okay.
see how we did it.
Yeah, I see that.
Just a loop around here, and then start it up this way. Doesn't weigh much, so it's not too bad. Under there. Yep. So down at the same angle of degree, so just did one of those. And now shut her up. Puts in that release position, it wants to be flush and pull back. That's there, and right. Ooh, it's like, oh, it is. Better than it does again, than when it's in here.
It's just one of the first right here.
We're good. You know that. Safety first.
Or,
Give it a try.
Yeah.
Don't drop the car, Alex. Don't drop the car.
Uh-oh.
That's all right. We'll do a little bump. Safety bump. See where it goes. It's gonna shimmy a little bit, but let's just make sure it doesn't shimmy and rock.
Try it?
Yep. Okay. All right. So let's just make sure our little wheelie cart's going away. All right. So here's a little piece of safety wire. Wire plant on the back of the hoist already. It's a good start to the day. So we've got a little safety wire on there.
And back here, you might need some screws. Or I don't, that's just for the.
Yeah, I left the bracket on there until we get it up in the air. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do. Nail out of that side. Yep. All right.
Good to go.
Good to go. Now we are. It's unscrewed, just wedged in there, so we're good. Our straps are staying where they're supposed to be. We don't need the car falling on our heads. That's the only way to go. So the B, good, not a C, but good. Move around too much. Really hurt this baby back. We're gonna stay as underneath the body as best we can, just in case accidents happen. Get rid of this later. Cool. For some reason, it feels like we have a little less of the car than we did before, doesn't it?
It does.
Doesn't have four wheels anymore. This rat rod build is going backwards, not forwards. All right. Comfortable to drive the truck and trailer out of the way?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Pull it off to the side.
Put it back.
Alex, you getting the truck and trailer out of the way. It's raining. Normally no. It's been so dry up here that some of our hardworking, you can see the rain coming off the roof there. Some of our hardworking men and women of the fire department do an excellent job fighting fires all over Ontario and well across Canada, U.S. and over in Europe too. So hopefully this rain helps them out a little bit in our area, anyways. All right, so I'm gonna go wet again because the frame is just outside around the corner. So I'm gonna grab the frame. Got some stands here. Ready to go. Lift this body up so we don't break our back too bad. That's the end of our lift. So that's what I was talking about before, about height. So not too bad of what we're doing, but as I said before, with the rolling chassis, it's a pain in the butt. Leave it open out. You gotta grab that frame, buddy. Oh, over there. And it's in backwards, so we gotta spin it and bring it the way. So. It's not light, it's not heavy. I think you often put it on that rack before it, didn't you?
I think it is. Yeah.
The key, I should say.
Beautiful day.
So maybe we'll get it into here, and then, well, I put it on a jack, and
Yeah.
put the bottom end of the jack and roll it that way, and then we can lift it under the table one side at a time.
Cookie plan. Oh.
Oh, yeah, right through the door. Wow. Nice. Oh, that's cool. No, I need more. You did this on purpose. Oh. Crammed with the water that looked like fish. Oh, yeah. Those are the big ones. Not underneath the waterfall coming out the roof. Yeah. Back?
Yeah.
You take the back, I'll take the jack. The nice thing you do will go over the hump. Do a nice flip, okay?
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay. That's good for now. Put these doors on display so everybody can see the lack of structure.
Yeah, that one.
Now, in the way a little bit. You brought your safety equipment, Alex. Good man. Okay, that's wet. In case anybody's wondering, it's raining in Muskoka today. So my friend, basically, see the big hump in the rear frame?
Yeah.
Kind of where we want it to be, sitting in the middle of the wheel well arch. Right here? Yeah, so you can picture,
Yeah.
axle's gonna run, see that right there?
Yeah.
That's the stop, the bump stop, so whenever bottom bed, rear end hit that rubber, or steel on steel, so that's what they do, kind of the safety stuff. So that, as you can imagine, is an imaginary line, that axle and wheels wants to be right in the middle of what we're doing here, so. But we're just drop level, but let's roll it ahead a little bit, and then we can put it up on stands. Somewhat level. Again, not too crazy today, we're just kind of in the mock-up stage. Get kind of close, and then, all right?
Yep.
Let's see how that looks.
A little more.
You think a lot more? Yeah, a lot more. I think about a foot, I think you're right. Ready? I'm gonna throw. Babies under here. I'll bring the jack around back there and then just jack it up and save our backs. shooting for close to level for today, just so that we're not doing any chassis or suspension work or anything else right now. So we'll just get close to level for bringing the body there. All right, that's it. I'm not the guy. So I'll throw it under there. We'll throw a 2x4 underneath it, get a couple more inches in. Yeah. Just a little. Good? Yep. Fingers out of the way? Yep. Okay. Yeah, another 2x4 beside you. Shoot there by the arm. No, they went for a walk.
Right there, over here.
Somebody cleaned up today. I got one, buddy.
All right.
Well, almost all the heavy lifting's done, so Paul should be here any minute. Shouldn't say that. You know what he's doing now? He went back to work. Oh. Retired guy. And he is working for, I don't know which company, but he's working for one of the microbreweries out there. So today I believe he was slugging kegs downtown Toronto.
Sounds heavy.
He's enjoying it. He said it's good. He's gonna work off his retirement later.
Is that good?
Or
Should I try picking up one more and then?
just trying to get it. So I'm just touching it. Just give you one of those. Touch. Look good. Look good. Hey, Nick. We somewhat centered. That'll be kind of the next thing we start bringing it down, but
Yeah.
we've got one line. We'll end up doing the jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. It's way off. I'm sure it's way off. All right, we're gonna pop our safety locks and start dropping it down. So as you can tell, this is a real dry run. Real dry run. So our critical fitment here. Back. Yeah. But also
It's touching.
front firewall and towel is going to be the fun part.
The bracket on this side is gonna be.
Here, a little temporary bracket, so
Yeah.
let's get rid of that. We're going to do the same thing on this side. And the good news is that the back frame rough is between the wheel wells. Further good news is we get to move this frame back. Now far we're going to move back. Let's measure it. Because right now that cowl is way too narrow in front of the frame. But the frame we move back about, say about 8 inches. So it gets into the narrow part of the frame where the frame comes in like this. Frame comes in like this. That's what I'm doing here. Internet demonstration. Frame comes in like this. Cowl's narrow. We got to move the body. So that's also why we haven't put the rear end in. We made rolling out being a lot easier. We can cheat with the, so here's the allowance. Yep. We got technically this much room in the cowl, right? But we can open this all up. So our real outside measurement is going to be, the outside of the cowl. Outside, right? So, we're there. So we stay inside that lip. We've got some support there. We're what? What are we at here? We are at exactly 37.25. So if we look at the frame, right where we are now, we are at 41. We have a long ways to go, but we get to move the frame back, body ahead. So we were hoping for this to get up to where it narrows up, which is right about here. So we're going to move the body ahead 8 inches. We're good. And if I come over here and I do this, guess what? Seven 3/4 to the factory hump. But we can shimmy shake that rear differential where we need it to be after we get it fitted. So we're nice. We're nice. Right on the little workbench there, buddy. There's the nut driver with the red Robbie on it. It should work for those screws that are in there, I hope. I think that's what he's got. That's what everything else has been anyways. Get in there, should work. The other side, we're gonna have to use a ratchet and a wrench or two. All right.
I might need a battery.
Battery, that'll help. Sorry, I took it off. Reminds using that sawzall. All right, so things are clicking along here. We're an hour and 10 minutes in. We've got the body off the cart. We've got the frame going in underneath of it. Starting to jig some stuff up and seeing how the body's going to fit. Again, 6 Buick, 47 Ford frame. Should not go together. No, shouldn't go together. We're going to make it go together. You never know. So my friend, while you're in there with that baby, why don't you get rid of this one, because this is going to be our next point of contact problem. A couple here, and one on that piece of wood, which I don't know how well that, it might be either gonna take that whole piece of wood out. Right. But we'll leave this block in here up here, because it's holding up that back end. Yep. And in this corner here, I've got the wrench for this side, and the back side's the red Robbie too, so. Okay. So when you're ready to do that, we'll have to do that.
Just spinning here.
Spinning?
Yeah.
Spinning. So Alice, what do you want to do when you grow up?
That's a tough decision. Let's say now. There's so many ideas, but still don't know.
I'll let him fool you. Alex is a superstar baseball player. Getting scouted by everybody all over the States. He's just modest. He's a modest Canadian boy. Aren't you, Alex?
Oh, yeah. Do you have that wrench?
Yeah. Can you help her? Can you stretch?
I might.
Stretch. Stretch. Stop block. Stop block. Bottom. Good. Good. Yep, you got it. Oh. Good. I got bracket. You got yours. Let's drop that one nut on the floor if you want to grab it so we don't get stuck on it. Ripped the door, and I was gonna grab a pair of locking pliers. All right, Alex, I'm breaking out the spinning wheel of death for that thing. Spinning wheel of death. Great care. Lots of injuries on the internet. 13 scars around my wrist. My finger sticks. I'm just gonna use the grinding wheel for this one though, so it's not as deathly. So we've got a self-tapper that has been self-tapped to death, so there's no screw head left on it. So I'm just gonna grind the top off of it, get rid of it. Anything else doing?
These bottom ones, same pictures of the angle of this.
Yeah.
Can't get that part.
Wood is weak. We are strong.
Right, where do you want to pile up this?
I'll just leave it on a rolling curve there. We'll dispose of that at a later date.
Your safety's nice.
You want them? I will. We don't want to be responsible for endorsing unsafe work practices, right, Alex?
Nope, never.
Nice safety boots, by the way.
One bracket there.
Up one. Any fire water. Yeah, those ones in your right hand are good. Yeah. Oh, options, nice. That wasn't specific, so that's awesome. Done. Done. Going to the jungle, Jimmy.
You're taking back.
Thank you so much. All right, grab a different block of wood so we get just a bit more height on that one so we're not squeezing the jack stand. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna lift it up on the jack. Yep. Take it off the back stands. And we'll just lift it up on the front, slide it back about 8 inches.
Yep.
And then we'll look in. You're lifting the whole, lift the body, all right, so.
But I'm able to clear this stuff.
Oh, you can go there. All right. Just in case it slips or something, is there actually on the floor? Yep. All right. All right. Ready, set? Yep.
Maybe on that fender on the driver's back.
So we have to shimmy a little bit. Yep. So the nice thing, so you remember on Dirty Girl?
Yeah.
That's the body and the frame sat over top of it. This one here, we don't actually need to get it over because we're just gonna go on top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because if you look over here at the fenders.
Yeah, you still got it.
Yeah. So basically that's gonna be, we get that somewhat even with here.
Okay.
Or even just that much higher because it'll be a body shim and then we're gonna put it in there. And then we're gonna put either a running board or something else that I'm coming up with over and above it. So yeah, our big thing here is just getting somewhat centered on the frame and figuring out mounts and stuff like that. So I think we're a little done, so we gotta go to one side.
It's just that the driver's back.
That's pretty good. That's actually the fender. The fender, so that's good because that's kind of thinking that that'll actually end up being the curve right here.
Yeah.
That might end up actually being underneath the grade. Yeah. So we can do that. All right. Okay. Still thinking we may have to. That's pretty close. Pretty close.
My side's
Little frame drop. Yep. And we're off center. So the bottom, the bottom of this cowl narrows in.
yeah.
We may have to trim that back. We may have to trim that back a little bit. It gets pretty close to here. This is the fingering part, eh? Part we try to finger it all out. All right, I'm gonna pop the lock on that side off, so we'll start bringing it down a little bit.
Okay, do you want to adjust this part
Yeah,
right there? Okay?
Yeah, bring it back a little bit more still. That's cool. Their body move right now is gonna swing over a little bit. I'm thinking, buddy, I think we're gonna pop back fenders off.
Okay.
Those hooks are starting to hang up a little bit. So, I don't remember what we held them with. We just did self-tappers in a holding in place.
There is one self-tapper on my side.
Yeah, so I think we got 3 on each side, I believe.
Okay.
Everybody want to hold the fender for me and I'll zip them out because I remember where they are. Ready? You need to have trust in the people you're working with because they can drop stuff on your head. That was so fun. You want to do it again?
Yeah.
Ready? Yep. It's all yours. I like it. I still think we got room to go back a bit.
How much more do we need to go back?
Well, honestly, I think almost as far back as I can, because this rear frame, kind of a combination, right? So we got this rear frame, which we can shorten up as we need to.
Yeah.
So if it was already hitting the back panel, I'd be like, all right, let's cut it off because we got this rear cross member that's supporting and keeping the frame square. But with where it is and the measurements that I did, it's gonna be pretty close to, if it's close to the back tail panel, it'll be nice because then we can run not only body supports off the back of that, keep back in it, but because I wanna run that really cool back bumper, I can build bumper brackets off that rear extension and go out, and I've got a nice support for the rear bumper too. So I'm thinking that with trying to get a little bit more room in the front cowl there, so that we can hopefully get that closer to square, that if we slide it back another 3 inches, we're good. If this rear end is already locked in place, we wouldn't have a choice. We'd have to center up this rear wheel to the rear wheel well, leave it there, same as the front. But because we haven't located an axle, we got room as long as in that arch. And the front cross member, I don't even know if we're doing the front suspension yet, but the ideas that I have are going to be the same situation. I can move that front axle forward and back to line up the wheel wells too. So let's jam your back about those 3 inches. Then maybe we'll square it up, and after that we may have to start getting inventive. So,
All right.
ready when you are. Then should I go one way or the other? Do I need to move my side over? Can you tell from your angle?
I cannot.
So it looks pretty square and
I feel like the front end should move over towards the passenger side.
okay. Okay, we'll still bring my back end to the driver's side. So yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking from here. So
Okay.
all right. Come on, stage. Ready? You're gonna go back a little bit. Okay. Yep.
I'm out of room on one side with one of the jacks.
Everybody, I'm just gonna. Okay, so here I am there. Just gonna drop mine on the back. Make sure she's safe and sound, and then we can shimmy shuffle yours over as we need to, okay?
Yep.
All right, drop the jack.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, that should move over an inch or two that way, probably an inch. And then maybe adjust these.
I think you're right.
Okay, I'll let you.
Keep it all that way.
There.
You good with that? Okay.
You did.
The floor here might be not 100%, so. Excellent. When we start doing the suspension work,
Yeah.
we'll take care of these levels.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so I heard the locks click, so I'll pop the locks again. Try that, dude.
Yep.
So I thought, yeah, no, I think my lock on this side didn't go high enough the first time, so
Is it good?
we'll have to lift it up so I can undo the lock here.
Right. Sounds like something's getting over here.
Yep, starting to rub that inside wheel well. We're okay. Okay, come on. Okay, good. Okay, so we're clearing in the back. We're not clearing on the front.
This is touching right here.
Yeah, both sides.
What's that? So then we're gonna have to cut it.
So. So. We put our thinking cap on. We can either scrap the whole idea altogether and find another frame or build a frame. That doesn't seem like it's gonna fit what we're trying to do here today. We can modify this frame,
We can modify the body.
or we can modify the body, you got it, man. So the question is, which one's easier? Which one makes more sense? And which one's, most importantly,
Well, what kind of frame would you get if you had to scrap the frame?
ideally a 36 Buick.
Good luck.
There's an old saying that there's no body that fits under a frame better than the frame that it came with. But that one's long gone. We're never going to find one. And what fun is that? That's not what we're ever thinking about, right? So, again, so we either modify the frame to fit, we modify the body to fit. Most importantly, it's important to be able to get what's right, not only for the safety of the car, but also what's right for the car. So how close are we with that the lower part of the door? I mean, I can tell, kind of. So see the bottom right here?
Yep.
If I had that sitting here at the top of the frame, I'd be happy. I do have a fender. So I've got a fender that bolts on
I see it.
here, all right?
Okay.
All right, so this all gets fender all the way down
Yeah.
here.
So only this part of the thing showing. So you'd have to, I feel like you'd have to cut around here off to be able to clear it again, but you also have this.
We can, that can go away. This
Yeah.
is an old running board bracket.
Oh, okay.
So we can cut the rivets off and lose that. That's not an issue.
Well, if you cut for now, if you want to cut like here,
Mhm.
that looks like it's gonna clear.
Yeah.
All the way.
We just gotta watch the for now, right? Because the for
Yeah.
now, strictly, you can fit it for now, like you said.
Yeah.
But, we still gotta make sure that it fits the long term, right?
Yeah.
So if we did trim that, which I'm not against, the big thing is making sure that we've got a door that we can make open and close that fits in there. So we gotta see where that door comes down to, if it does come all the way to the bottom, which I'm assuming it does. Hey,
Oh, dinner.
dinner, I love dinner.
Is Alex staying for dinner?
Staying for dinner, Al? We're having sketty. Alex is staying for dinner. What's the term I need to remember?
Mukbang.
Mukbang?
Mukbang.
Oh, now I just went from cool to dork in a second.
Sorry.
You know what mukbang is? Oh, Alex doesn't know what mukbang is, and he's like, should be on top of this.
What is it?
That's where you eat on the internet and have people watch you. I don't know who wants to watch that crap.
Oh.
All right, well, I think we might take a break. You get back at this later.
Okay.
All right, see you in a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah,
People actually wanna watch that?
apparently it's a new thing, watching people eat on the internet. Who knew? Who knew people want to watch people work on rusty old cars on the internet either, so. All right, so let's take a lunch break. We're gonna kill this live stream for now, and we'll give it some thought, and we might come back after dinner. All right, dinner break. No mukbang for us today. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon.